Hello, my name is Evan Kagimoto, and this is my presentation of learning, Journey to Success. So the character I have selected to assist me on my journey is Avatar Aang. And if you don't know who he is, he was always my favorite anime character. He served as a role model from a young age, and right now, when he came face to face with adversity, unlike most individuals, and being a kid, he was able to overcome it, which is what I love most about him. He is able to overcome the most difficult situations, and right now, as of right now, he is not just my role model. He is going to represent my learning course this semester and the ups and downs of it. So, Avatar Aang was trapped in an iceberg for just about 100 years. And when he had finally awoken, he had opened his eyes to a world he hadn't been familiar with. Similar to my situation, I had recently been introduced to a program called MPX, Project-Based Learning, which I was unfamiliar with, but instead of being scared, well, I was scared. I had not known the road ahead, just like Aang, but I accepted the challenge and what was yet to come. So, in this program, being in this program, I have improved upon certain skills. The first skill being the ability to collaborate, work with others, group collaboration. Aang learned to work with all different kinds of people, being the Avatar. He learned to work with someone named Toph, always hard on him, told him the truth, and sometimes the truth hurt. But from that, he was able to learn and become a better person. Similar to me, I had to learn to work with people who do not hesitate to tell me the truth, give me constructive criticism, but I learned that it can be a blessing in disguise, because without that constant constructive criticism, we will not continue to improve. And so the example, my artifact I selected for collaboration was the chemistry and conflict project. It was difficult to collaborate with my partner. Sometimes we didn't get along, but mostly because it's a large project and we had to learn to divide the work equally and separate it to match our specific skill sets, our strengths. And I feel like we could have done better with that, but we had a decent outcome, and it's something to work on for next time. My second skill, time management. The Avatar had to schedule his week to the T, and if he hadn't, then he wouldn't have reached his destinations by certain times. For me, I am fortunate enough to have technology. In MPX, we learned to utilize LiveFoil in order to schedule our week specifically, because in MPX we do not get homework, we get projects, which means things aren't always due right the next day, and we have to know how to schedule around that. For example, blogs and readings. When we were reading Forgotten Fire or Purple Hibiscus, we knew we had weekly blogs and readings due, and we need to know how to schedule that around specific projects. An example of a project I had to learn to schedule around was my debating project. Knowing I had other homework due the same week through my Pueyo, I knew library time was limited. I needed to know how to best schedule my week in order to give me the necessary time to work on this debating project. Third skill, producing quality work. In order to do this, you need to be managed in order to create the necessary time to produce that quality work. A prime example of lack of quality work, I should say, is our Trebuchet project. Although we did finish quicker than most in the beginning, we were not able to manage time or balance time with producing quality work. And I feel that's something we should have definitely focused on. In Avatar Aang's case, he needed to focus on his bending. Although his schedule was tight, he needed to make sure he put the best possible effort in creating the best quality version of himself. Fourth skill, preparation. Prime example, Socratic circles. So in the beginning of this semester, I wasn't very fond of Socratic circles because I hadn't prepared myself. I used to think I could get away with skimming through readings, not paying attention to detail, things like that. But then, as the semester went on, I realized that rereading certain sections and chapters, especially knowing I'm not the best at reading comprehension, was necessary, and it helped me out in that. In Avatar Aang's case, he wasn't the best at anything. He was just a little kid who, almost like he was reborn after 100 years, and he had to learn and prepare as the Avatar to become the best possible leader he could be, which he was able to do. Lastly, my fifth skill is listening. So in MPX, we learn through hands-on projects, and usually we shouldn't rely on things being repeated to us. So examples is our genocide project, our Ocean project. We have to learn through verbal and visual instruction, and we have to make sure that we're obtaining all this knowledge and producing it in our work. I feel that I was never a great listener in general, or learner in general. We all have things we can improve on, but after this semester, I feel that I've improved greatly because MPX kicked me out of my comfort zone and forced me to work towards this skill more. On Avatar Aang, he needed to listen in a different way, especially learning the skills like earth bending, things like that. He had to listen to the ground. He had to listen much more carefully in order to defeat his enemy. His enemy, by the way, just like mine or all of ours, is his self, ourselves, because all these things, all these goals we have for ourselves, I feel are possible, but the limits that us as human beings set for ourselves become our limitations. And I feel like humans have a problem with doing this or assuming things, having a bad mindset, which affects our work. And so here's a little clip of Aang, how carefully he needs to listen. He's fighting the bad guy. Oh, what? Okay, if you can't see, he's basically feeling or listening to his surroundings. I guess if everyone in MPX could listen that well, we wouldn't have many problems. But, yeah, so thank you for your time. That was my presentation of learning.